Okay, we're recording now.
All right. We are locked in.
Let me see what.
At the one and only Mix House and No House. You heard? Tell these niggas to tighten up, man.
Yeah. So, all right. So we got Southside Sundayz open.
Yeah.
We'll just listen through. Take a couple hits of this.
Most definitely.
Yeah, we'll do like one listen through, and then like we'll just kind of do an analysis of just kind of the song, the lyrics, the arrangements, because we, as people can see, it does say rearrange 5. We have rearranged this quite a few times.
Yeah, we have. And I feel like that's what makes the music, fire, that creativity and everybody coming in and, working on the track from start to finish. It's not just the lyrics or the mix, you know what I'm saying? It's down to production, arrangements, just getting all those ideas out.
There's a lot of ideas on this.
Yeah.
Let's play that through for the top.
Yo, woke up tripping, checked the news, a youngin' died up in the district. Said a prayer to hit my nigga about this ticket. Had a dream, we didn't worry cause we did it. Warmed the crib with the stove, I told him give me 20 minutes. Told my grandma that I love her. Hit the stupid share L with my brother. On Southside posted, but we posted with each other. Cause struggling with real is better than living good, but you got snakes in your den. I took a break from the pen, been focusing on my family. My grandma doing worse and that shit scare me. But other than I get that same feeling that's illmatic. I speak for niggas that strive for greatness and still at it. Remain a man of flesh, your man and kin, they all plastic. Dismantle the static. I swear it get realer in every verse. Now Niko inherit the earth. I learned this about getting it right. It's not about getting it first. But y'all boys, this is man shit. Gotta be my mom to understand this. We cut from a different fabric. When they say it didn't matter, was pointing out the principle. It isn't coming from your spirit, that's why they not feeling you. I seen the sun eat 100 moons, just working on the groove. Late nights inside the stool. When I was missing, I was just getting me in tune.
Real classic.
I used to say that I would die about it, but now I'd rather live about it. Level up, it's all the business about it. Just trying to find my way about it. I used to say that I would die about it, but now I'd rather live about it. Level up, it's all the business about it. Just trying to find my way about it. This moment here is evidence. I'm Armstrong pedaling an uphill battle on Mount Everest. An everlasting sentiment. The Himalayan sunrise remind me of the Sheridan. The death of joy was in comparing them. The south side of my city I had dreams of bachelor past. Fucking these hoes out the whip, running from failures of past. Didn't care about the love, was stressing what I didn't have. Mama sleeping out the whip, don't ever want that feeling back. Said for you go, know where your people. I sprinkle Fonto into the paper to get us equal. You know, highs for lows, cliche, but herbs bring out the essence for the growth. A naked eye to the soul as the sun returns below. We live another day just getting by beneath you different. Don't lose the sight that comes from deep inside that gives you vision. And if I'm not around to see you make it out this prism, just tell them we ain't subjects to the system. I said that I would die about it, but now I'd rather live about it. Level up, it's all about it. Just trying to find my way about it. I used to say that I would die about it, but now I'd rather live about it. Level up, it's all the business about it. Just trying to find my way about it.
The measure of a man is in the heart. And quite frankly, if a man can be still and know that I am God, well, that's the most powerful man that the world would ever see.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah. Beautiful
Pretty
record.
cool. So we got the whole session right in front of us here. We got, the bass, the drums, all the instruments, the samples here, the sound effects here, Niko's vocals here, master section, beat bus, and then like vocal effects here.
How do you decide to organize it? Like how do you, all the different sounds should be going?
Oh, that was the clean version. We got the clean version over here. I mean, it's more so just having organization throughout the session. Like, I want to go to my bass tracks. I already know that the bass tracks are going to be right next to the drums, and then the instruments are going to be next to the drums, and the sound effects are going to be next to the instruments, etc. And then I have all the buses corresponding right here. Then it's the vocal section, and then it's like the master section, the effects section.
Okay.
So that's how my template is just set up. Fleeces as well. Both our templates are very similar. And that's just how we keep organization throughout any session, really. That's just how we usually just go about setting up our tracks. So most times if I open up his sessions or he opened up mine, we can pick up where either of us left off and pretty much understand what the signal routing is doing and where everything is going. You know, that's why we're able to like tag team the mixes, how we do, because we just kind of like, we know what we're doing. Like, I know what he's doing, he knows what I'm doing. So
brought it back to life.
Chatting a little too much, but that's what we do. That's what we're here to do.
Yeah, gotta put the people on.
So tell me about your process of recording yourself, because I don't think we recorded this.
Nah, I think I definitely recorded this, yeah.
Yeah. So that's another thing, is that although we recorded a lot of the songs that are on Hughes, Niko also records a good amount of his stuff as well. So this is one of those tracks where he cut some pretty good vocals, and we were able to, you know, work off of that. So what is it that you're using?
An Apollo Twin, and a Neumann, I want to say it's the 102, the smaller condenser mic.
Nice.
Yeah,
Nice.
I got that, and then I got like a Chaotica ball.
Okay.
So I got no mic stand though. So I just hold the Chaotica ball when I record.
Gotcha.
But yeah, it was pretty much, that's what I used to record that. I record out of Logic, you know, and for me, I don't have like I don't know, you know, the plugins, and, you know, I don't know it technically the way that you guys do, but I do know like in terms of like my gain, you know, like I don't want it to be too low or like too high. I like to kind of find those, you know, those sweet spots, you know what I'm saying? And even when I record myself, like I'll see how does it sound if I'm like real close to the mic like this.
Oh, you see?
Versus like,
that's mic technique
away.
right there. That's you playing with the proximity effect.
Yeah, exactly. So like, you know, especially with this type of record, like being that it was intimate, I wanted to make it feel more conversational, you know what I'm saying? So like I was less on like the attack and like more like, let me just, you know, kind of speak this.
Yeah.
And but yeah, that's how I recorded, just straight out of Logic. When I record, I usually got like a channel EQ on, like real basic channel EQ that cuts out my lows, raises some of my highs, compressor usually on it. So that's really how. These are the details I should be giving, right? Like to the people, or
Yeah.
Okay.
A lot of people use different microphones, different interfaces.
Yeah.
But yeah, this sounds really good.
Yeah,
Sounds really good.
When I normally record on Logic, I usually only just put the EQ and the compressor on. Sometimes I don't put the compressor on, just because I notice if I try to record with a lot of plugins, it'll like change the sound that's actually being recorded. I feel like, or like printed on Logic, you know what
Exactly.
I mean? So like I try to keep it like as close to like bare as possible, so that way when you guys get in, you guys can, you know, really massage the mix.
All right, let me play this vocal.
Yo, woke up tripping, checked the news, a youngin' died up in the district. Said a prayer to hit my nigga about this ticket. Had a dream, we didn't worry cause we did it. Warmed the crib with the stove, I told him give me 20 minutes. Tell my grandma that I love her. Hit the stupid share L with my brother.
And I just want to show what we got going on in your vocal. Got some EQ. Well, on the actual track, did a little noise reduction right there.
Yeah, probably because I be recording in the crib.
Yeah.
Sometimes I be having shit going on in the background.
And I'll be honest, I don't think the chaotic eyeball works. If you're recording in a room with reflections, you're gonna have reflections when you're recording.
Yeah, I mean, I do feel like it helps with some of the extra sound that you might pick up. I notice when I record just bare
It can be
mic,
tasteful.
Yeah.
It can be tasteful.
when I record bare mic, I feel like I pick up everything crazy. But I feel like with the ball, like it'll at least be like muffled or like a little bit more in the back, you know?
Yeah. So on the actual track, we just threw a little bit of noise reduction, some slight compression, and some de-essing. Then on the vocal bus, that's where we got the Pro Q, doing subtractive EQ. Very minimal stuff. You see, like, we're not going crazy on the EQ. Like,
On Southside posted, but we posted with each other. Cause
My
struggling with
EQ.
real is better than living good, but you got snakes in your den. I took a break from the pen, been focusing on my family. My grandma doing worse and that shit scare
One
me.
more
But other
de-essing.
than I get that same feeling that's illmatic. I speak for niggas that strive for greatness and still at it. Remain a man of flesh, your man and
Improvements,
kin, they
right.
all plastic. Dismantle the static. I swear it get
That's a
realer in
goodie.
every verse. Now Niko inherit the earth. I learned this about getting it right. It's not about
multi-band.
getting it first. But y'all boys, this is man shit. Gotta be my mom
little
to
more
understand this.
de-essing.
We cut from a different fabric. When they say it didn't matter, was pointing out the principle. It isn't coming from your spirit, that's why they not feeling you. I seen the sun eat 100 moons, just working on the groove. Late nights inside the stew. When I was missing, I was just getting me in tune.
Yo, could I ask you?
I used to say that I
What is a multi-band EQ?
Multi-band compressor
Multi-band compressor.
is,
I would die about it.
you see how with an EQ you can select bands and, you know, boost or cut them. With a multi-band compressor you can select bands and compress those specific frequencies. So
That's fire.
yeah, it's good to use like multi-band on like singers, especially if they're going like low range to high range, because it multi compression can help soothe those transitions between the frequencies. And you know, we be throwing it on rap vocals too, you know,
But now I'd rather live about it.
kind of see it dancing.
Level up, it's all the business about it. Just trying to find my way about it. I used to say that I would die about it. But now I'd rather live about it. Level up, it's all the business about it. Just trying to find my way about it.
This part I like a lot, the chant.
Facts, me too.
Or imaging.
This moment here is evidence. I'm Armstrong pedaling an uphill battle on Mount Everest. An everlasting sentiment. The Himalayan sunrise remind me of the Sheridan. The death of joy was in comparing them. The south side of my city I had
You see,
dreams.
like you got a little bit of room noise in there, and but it's tasteful. It sounds good.
Here's evidence. I'm Armstrong pedaling an uphill battle on Mount Everest. An everlasting sentiment. The Himalayan sunrise remind me of the Sheridan. The death of joy was in comparing them. The south side of my city I had
Right there,
dreams of
yeah.
bachelor past. Fucking these hoes out the whip, running from failures of past. Didn't
it's
care about the
blended.
love, was stressing what I
I've been
didn't
recording
have.
myself
Mama
for so
sleeping
long
out.
that I can almost tell how far away I was when I recorded it. Like I can almost hear how I held the mic. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, you can tell like because you lose certain body to the vocal as you move away from the microphone.
Yeah,
Versus
exactly.
when you get a little closer, it's like, oh, okay.
Yeah, that has like the body on that vocal to me is like a in between. You know what I'm saying? I
Yeah.
feel like you can almost hear it, or maybe I hear it because I'm just I know the process, but
No, they hit.
City I had dreams of bachelor past. Fucking these hoes out the whip, running from failures of past. Didn't care about the love, was stressing what I didn't have. Mama sleeping out the whip, don't ever want that feeling back. Said for you go, know where your people. I sprinkle Fonto into the paper to get us equal. You know, highs for lows, cliche, but herbs bring out the essence for the growth. A naked eye to the soul as the sun returns below. We live another day, just getting by beneath you different. Don't lose the sight that comes from deep inside that gives you vision. And if I'm not around to see you make it out this prison, just tell them we ain't subjects to the system. I said that I would die about it, but now I'd rather live about it. Level up, it's all the business about it. Just trying to find my way about it. I used to say that I would die about it, but now I'd rather live about it. Level up, it's all the business about it. Just trying to find my way about it.
The measure of a man is in his heart. And quite frankly, if a man can be still and know that I am God, well, that's the most powerful man that the world would ever see.
That's tough.
yeah, it's fire.
And how did you get that outro?
That was my pops.
Nice.
Yeah, so I got my pops to drop some gems on the project. I thought it fit You know what I'm saying? With the song and just the vibe. And even with the chant, that was an idea that I had. And I spoke to CB and Vibe, and they were able to, find a sample. I was like, yo, it's like the sample from LL Cool J, at the beginning of the song. The name would come to me. I'm blanking right now. But we ended up, figuring out how to recreate that. And then we do it in there. And it's fire because it gives it like a bridge moment, almost like a breather.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Before you get into the second verse. Yeah, it's a nice breakdown.
This was fun to work on.
Yeah, the arrangement too was really dope. Shout out Bearded.
Yeah.
Because
absolutely.
This song was arranged not completely differently, but he really brought out the best parts of the record in each moment of, the song as it continuously built, and progressed. So
it's very, very well produced.
Yeah.
It's very fitting.
Yeah, facts for sure.
Yeah.
Then it's the drums. Then it's the drum sample and the bass. Then it's the drum sample, bass, and the extra melody. It kind of just builds in a uniform way. And I think with this, it was dope to be creative, you know what I'm saying, and just lean to what felt right. That shit came out fire.
Man, shout out everybody.
Yeah.
Who played a part, man, because...
Yeah, shout out to guys, man. It's really crazy sessions in here. Like, the energy in here is next level. Everybody in here comes to drop 60 points.
Yeah, it's work, but we having fun. Like, we cooking. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
hell yeah. Absolutely.
A lot of highlights.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of highlights. But yeah, that was pretty much it. That's what we got for y'all. It's a nice little breakdown of the Southside record. And stop the recording.